Wow, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel, and this is Donna. And today we're going to do a little recap, but most of all, we're going to talk about a crew, not cruise, but passengers on a cruise line voted a passenger off because they feel she thought she was entitled. Well, okay, I had to read this story and do some research myself. When I first heard it, I was like, hey, that's not possible. But for first, I want to say I hope all does well to Tony. Lalita Loca. He had his surgery yesterday, and he posted a lovely picture of himself after surgery. So we're going to get with that. But back to the story. There was a lady who booked a cruise with a friend, and they went on this cruise. And while she was on it, she was buying a lot of stuff. Buying a lot of stuff. Now, the only time I ever seen people do that, I did too, was my first cruise. You just don't know. So you're like buying there, buying that, just buying. She bought so much, she was starting to irritate people, which I don't know why. She's also bought so much that her roommate had to ask for another room. There just wasn't enough room to get around. So they got off of the ship onto an island, and from what I understand and read, that they were either on a shore excursion or at one of these little places where you shop, and this guy was making hats. And they had to get back to, I think it was with a group, and they had to get back to the ship, stay with the group. But the gentleman, she asked, she says, can you bring some of those to the ship? And so he brought a whole bunch, not too much, but enough to bring down to the ship to sell. Now, she did not get back on the ship. She actually waited for the man to come with the hats, and she bought three. Excuse me. 9. And then so the people finally came out of the rooms. They walked down the pier, and there this guy was. And I'm assuming he didn't have enough hats, and they were mad. And, this entitled woman bought three hats. Now, they're mad at her because she was able to get down there and buy 3 hats. And he evidently didn't have duplicates. I don't know. They were mad about it. The fact that she got down there first, she waited. It's like it was a plan. She's not entitled. And I have to agree with the other person who did the story. That's why I wanted to do more research before I said anything. She's not entitled. She I don't know her age, but if she's on a cruise ship and she cruised with a friend, she's enjoying herself. She's a shopper. She likes to shop, but she wasn't being rude or disrespectful to anybody. She was just buying stuff and just enjoying herself and having a good time. And that's not being entitled. No, I've met entitled people, okay? So that's not being entitled. So that they get back on the ship. Some ships offer this, some do not. But if you have some packages, they can pre-mail them. So this had to be a long cruise for them to offer this. And so she went down there and she said, I got some stuff I want you to ship back to my house. Not a problem. They didn't have enough boxes to cover hers and everybody else's who wanted to ship something home. So the passengers were pissed and calling her entitled. For what? Shopping? Because she likes to shop? She's one of those people. I have friends like that. They have everything under the sun. If something new comes out, they gotta have it. It's not being entitled. It's just who they are. And I want to tell you something. They have a nice house. They know how to put everything together. They know how to use everything. They don't buy it, keep it in a box, and it sits in a room and never gets touched. This is somebody who's enjoying themselves, and she is buying everything she likes. She's not leaving no rock She wants to make sure she gets the best out of her trip. She wants the best memories out of her trip. They may even be gifts for family. But to call her entitled is no. And somehow, I haven't quite figured out how this happened, but either they went to the captain or the captain decided he's heard enough that he's going to give the passengers an opportunity to vote to kick her off the ship. Now that's entitlement, okay? That's being entitled. When a captain says, oh, okay, you can vote if she can stay or go. No, that's being entitled. That's so wrong. And I think that is just, cruise line owes this lady an apology and a free cruise or something, because they're not giving out the name of the lady. They're not giving out the cruise line. But it is, I did research it, it is the fact. But why would they think they were entitled to end this lady's vacation? Because she's a shopper. Okay, she's not being disrespectful. She's not acting rude. She's not doing any crazy demands. She's just shopping. And that's evidently who she is. I had two friends. One that, may she rest in peace. They used to go, called the yard sale travel. They go up and down Pennsylvania all the way up to New York, and that's what they do. They would go to flea markets, and they would shop. They would just shop up and down, and then come back and bring back some amazing things. Absolutely amazing. Well, no. I think that was wrong. That was being entitled. When someone's vacation is in your hands and you don't like the fact that she's shopping. I mean, the only reason that you were mad is because she waited at the end of the pier because she chose to, because she wanted those hats, wanted a hat that bad. She wanted to make sure that she got a hat, and there was 3 of them she liked, and she bought 3 of them. The man's not going to bring his whole inventory. I am sorry, their roommate had to get another room, but evidently they wasn't put off to didn't mind having their own private room unless they had to pay for it. Maybe she helped out pay for it. I don't know. But come on, she's the one who's going to be responsible taking the stuff off the ship. Not you. She's not bothering you. And I'm a little peeved that a captain gave the passengers the power, entitlement, to vote someone off of a cruise they paid for. So, I hear more about that story. I will definitely keep you informed. Now, the American Queen River Cruise. There are 2. And the River Queen is the one who closed their doors. The American River Cruise is still up and running and runs up and down the Mississippi. So I wanted to put that there in a little T-note. Also, I think that was the only big news this week that's jumped back at me, was the cruise line closing. And we also discussed the Carnival enforcing towel chair hugging, okay, or saving, or now that's being entitled, people. Think that they can break the rules and save 15 chairs. All right, so we covered that, how they're going to enforce it. And I have a picture that I did say, and so it says, no, Royal's never done that. And of course, before the pandemic, I was going on them 4 times a year. And yeah, they have. And I actually got a picture of what they put on the chair. And I think it's a great idea. So I want to hopefully find that picture and share that with you in this video. Other than that, we're all good. It's Saturday. It's supposed to rain yesterday and it didn't. It turned to be a beautiful day. I do see the sun peeking through today. But of course, never know here in Georgia. So happy travels. See you again at the next video.